the first thing. Yeah.
Is your archetype the same every year?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Our featured matchup tonight out in New York, where the Knicks will be going up against the Orlando Magic. Checking out the Magic, they're off to a better start than last season, and that certainly bodes well. Always some changes from season to season, but they're going in the right direction. And guys, Aaron Gordon, the 4th overall pick back in 2014, got a lot of attention for his performance at the dunk contest. Kenny, how can he take his game to the next level?
He's taken it there. His shooting is improved, his ball handling is improved, and his
Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Just a single game at home. After this one, it's back on the road for the Knicks. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
Yeah, you're just not going to win many committing turnovers at the rate they did. That was just outrageous.
So hard when it's weighted like that and you're competing and you're making mistakes, and then on the other end, your opponent is playing flawlessly.
Before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge down on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, the Warriors are the ultimate super team, and their presence has set off an arms race. Now, for those teams in the middle of the pack, a Cinderella run has never been more of a long shot. The question becomes, when is pretty good not nearly good enough for both fans and ownership? Back to you.
Well, DA hitting the reset button can be a painful process. Brent, some teams already failing to meet expectations. What shouldn't they do this early on?
Panic. I mean, sometimes it just happens, and sometimes it could take a winning streak. You might turn it around, a winning streak of 7 or 8 games, and the mentality in the locker room changes. The coaches maybe clue into rotations and maybe combinations of guys that all of a sudden you're feeling good about what you worked on in training camp and what you grinded through. Now you start to have some success with it. So the biggest thing is just don't panic.
And trust the plan.
Wow, I thought you might have gone process, but you did plan.
On purpose.
I like that.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking. I'm with you. I got to think. A look at the Magic starting group. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. And it's a 1-2 in at the small forward position.
If there's a skill set you'd like your point guard to have, that's exceptional court vision. Moutier shows it off there with that assist.
Gordon. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
Here's Vonleh following the score by Aaron Gordon. Vucevic with the block. Fournier goes in. And when you look at Evan Fournier, he's just a reliable source for points whenever he's on the floor.
Yeah, and Fournier is a bit of a quiet scorer. He always ends up with a lot of points, but doesn't tend to wow you with any individual plays. Terrific shooter who just makes the most of his touches and his minutes whenever he's on the floor.
And that one falls for Fournier.
Over the past couple seasons, it's been a rough road for the New York Knicks. 2013, the last time that the Knickerbockers got themselves to the playoffs. That was a very veteran-laden team, and they've been trying to rebuild and contend all during that time.
And so Fournier nails both of them. About a minute played so far here in the first. Now here's Moutier, guarded by Augustine. Now Moutier taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And now Orlando on the break. Augustine's running. Here's a 1-2. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
Well, talking about the Knicks trying to get over the hump, obviously the Porzingis injury didn't help in any way.
A major setback for the Knicks and for this new coaching staff. You need stars to win in this league, and we saw last year early indications of Porzingis being dominant on the offensive end of the floor. We know the draft is unpredictable, but Porzingis is one of those guys that they definitely hit on, and it hurts to not see him in a uniform now.
6 to shoot. Here's Knox. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City.
And 1 for 5 is a tough way to start the game, Kevin. They got to get it going.
A 1-2, kicks to Augustine. No good on the 3.
Yeah, a little surprised he missed that one so badly. The defense was nowhere to be found.
And Hardaway gets it to go. Hardaway has got 5 points so far.
Terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Now here is Augustine. He's guarded closely. Hardaway with the steal. He's all alone for the finish. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Hardaway Jr., a great athlete, spotted a seam there and just attacked the defense. And Tim Hardaway Jr. came into the league as an athlete and a shooter and a good player out in transition on the run. And he really improved his game under Mike Budenholzer in Atlanta. I think he really learned how to work more efficiently, and that helped him out. He's improved his game a little bit each year, and not too long ago signed a big free agent contract to stay in New York.
Group shot.
First one falls for him. And thinking about Tim Hardaway Jr., it's interesting how different his game is from his dad's.
Yeah, Tim was more of a setup point guard, at least Tim Sr. with the killer crossover. And Jr. would much rather spot up or, again, play in transition and get you out in the open court. So he's not so much a facilitator as he is a scorer.
And Tim Hardaway Jr. returning to New York with a 4-year, $71 million contract that surprised many. He's got to shoot better than he did last season to be worth that kind of money.
Now here is Augustine. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. 5 on the clock. He can't get that one to fall. The Knicks go the other way with it. And Hardaway, of course, the son of former all-star point guard Tim Hardaway, who played with the Warriors and the Heat.
Yeah, I mean, Hardaway Jr. much more comfortable, I think, off the ball in terms of spotting up and attacking. Definitely has worked on his ball handling and creating a little bit more of his own offense.
And Orlando has possession. Following the score by New York. Fades and shoots. And it's Vucevic missing.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
Hardaway, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Augustine looking around. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Fournier against Hardaway. Back to Robinson. Now the dish to Hardaway. Rebound by the Magic. Gordon's got 4 rebounds in this game. Fournier passes to Augustine. There's a minute 40 left to play in the first quarter. In the corner, it's Gordon. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
For the Knicks, Cantor comes in for Robinson. And it's Trier in for Hardaway. Ross is checked in for Orlando. Grant comes in for DJ Augustine. Moutier finds Canner. Back to Moutier. Shoots over Grant. And the Knicks miss again.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Outside Fournier. 1:04 left to play in the first quarter. Goes up from the top of the key, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. The Knicks with the lead. Here's Trier. Cantor inside. Vucevic on him. Pass to Trier. Shoots over Fournier. And off target that time from Trier.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
New York shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. They need this one, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Grant with the ball. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Vucevic. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Enes Kanter. The Magic shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first one falls, and Orlando making a change here. Both shots good from the stripe. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Knicks out front, they lead by 1. And we'll be back right after this. Enes Kanter traded to the Knicks in 2017.
It's not too late to submit for our annual 2K TV
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. The action tonight out at Capital One Center as the Washington Wizards play against the Atlanta Hawks. Wins have been few and far between of late for the Hawks. This is not how they envision the story.
2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with the broadcast from Washington, the home of the Wizards. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. You look at the Hawks. They're still looking to settle into the new season, working on improving their record with each opportunity to try to pick up some wins.
And it's in your DNA. You come up against a natural rival, you're going to be a little bit salty.
Yeah, some of the fellas will say, this is just like any other game, but the truth is, nah, it isn't.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, John Wall was the #1 overall pick in 2010, but he still thinks he's got a lot left to prove. Now, a bone spur in his knee held him back for several years. He's gotten the surgery now, and he says some people get their success early. Some get theirs late. I feel like my time is just beginning. Kevin?
Certainly one to watch, David. Thanks. You know, and early on, you want to win games, of course, but maybe even more important, Chris, establishing your identity for the long haul.
Yeah, I mean, early wins and losses, they can be deceiving. If you think about teams that peak too early, you want to make sure that you establish your identity. And I would suggest for any rookie, your main character of your identity should be this: great listener, hard worker. After that, we'll see how many points you score, how many rebounds you get. But you need to come in as a rookie, humble, ready to work, ready to listen. And then usually things will sort themselves out.
Great perspective. And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Over on the wings, it's Bazemore and Prince. Then it's Young. Then it's Alex Len. Now here's Beal. Ring shot on the way. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Prince wide open. Offline with his three. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Washington. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And I love the fact that they did such a good job of really reacting to what the defense was giving them.
Yeah, all about IQ, you're right. They made smart in-game adjustments. I mean, they seemed a step ahead all night.
A three from Morris, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. Morris has got the first bucket of the game with the three for the Wizards. Bazemore finds Len. Spellman covered by Morris. Beal against Young. Shot clock at 6. Back to Prince. Fires the three. Another miss by Prince. Beal against Bazemore. Beal the pass to Wall. He kicks it to Porter. Nice ball movement by Washington. Back to Howard. Got it. Good job in the low post. Howard's got his first bucket of the night.
And that's Howard's comfort zone. In close, near the bucket.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Bazemore against Beal. Spellman. The three-pointer is right on target.
And, guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from Rain.
Well, I wouldn't say that's his shot, but it's a shot he can make, and that really opens things up for the offense.
Now, here's Porter. Dwight Howard missing his last shot. Right side Wall. Over Young. A nice shot by Wall.
And that's a shot they love to lean on all the time. I mean, gets Wall rolling with his jump shot.
Passes it to Bazemore. Kicks it to Len. Now the pass to Bazemore. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Prince misses. Washington leading now by 4. And guys, Dwight Howard, a top 20 all-timer in rebounding, an 8-time All-Star center. Greg, will he be a Hall of Famer someday, you think?
Oh, he's a lock to be a Hall of Famer when you look at those numbers. Not to mention a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and at his peak, one of the most impactful big men we've seen in the game. And he'll take that. The nice, easy mid-range jumper, first bucket of the day.
That's all you want. It's a good shot to get yourself in a rhythm. For him, he's going to want a lot more than that to come.
That one goes. Count it. Porter's got his first points in this one.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And Bazemore kicks to Young. Offline with his 3. Last outing for the Hawks, it was a loss to the Nuggets. Pass to Howard. And here's Porter. Now here's Wall. Guarded by Prince. From 13, that shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. Bazemore, no one around him. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. A minute 42 left here in the first quarter. Wall taking his time here. Morris, left side, the baseline J. That shot off, and it's the Hawks taking it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And that's what can happen on the road. You have to be aggressive and try to disrupt them out of their normal routine.
Inside to the paint, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Young. This past month, he's really set himself apart, averaging about 16 points, 8 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every symphony needs a conductor. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
Here's Bazemore. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. And Wall kicks to Beal. And it's Wall. That time the assist from Beal. And that's now 6 points for John Wall.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Young passes to Prince. Floats one, and it's good on the layup.
Floater's a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
The Wizards with the lead. Now Wall. He's got 6. It's Beal on the wing. That one off the back iron and out. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Wizards. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Growing up the youngest of 5 with 4 older sisters, John Wall said it taught him a lot.